come join the fun. Join us on a journey where the magic's begun. We'll explore the parks and tell stories too. With Aloha Dis, the magic's all for you. In each new video, the fun begins. From the castle's glow to the ocean winds. We're here to share, to laugh and play. On Aloha Dis, it's excitement every day. Aloha Dis, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On Aloha Dis, it's excitement every day. Aloha Dis, where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. From island vibes and skies of blue. On every show, there's something new.
Okay, I told you I wasn't set up for this. But thank you very much. And welcome to stream. I'm Dr. Aaron Chef. And Sharky's not working too because he loaded up on the wrong profile. There's two profiles. We have the free version and of course we have the paid version. And he loaded up on the free version for some reason. So I got to shut him down. But welcome into the stream. At least we have audio. That is really weird. That is really weird. Okay, I'm going to launch Sharky again and see if that works. Apologize. We do have the paid version, which we can use for streaming. And we have the rights to that. Oh, that's not right either. That is what we used for DJ stream last night. One second. Okay, I'm going to change the background. Let's go first of all to green screen. Okay, at least we got green screen. And then we need to change Sharky's avatar as well. So, yeah, we can go back to that. Okay, and then he's not in the right location. So we're going to have to move Sharky to the right location. And then we can play some STFC. And there we go. Yeah, well, welcome into the stream. Glad you could be here. We are, yeah, just for you, Tin Man, just for you. No, it's for me too. I have to get some stuff going with STFC as well. So let's make sure I can get the controls because I open up animes. That is not the right one. And here we go. Okay, so looks like a little bit off center on the browser. Let me kind of adjust that a little bit. And then shrink it down just a smidgen here. Okay, I think that's as close. Oops, yeah. That's as close as we can get. Oh, something's ready. So today's last day of the con, or if you call it Wrath of Khan Arc Part 2. Oh, we got a whole bunch of Nova particles. That's awesome. I need to move this up. You know, if I move it on this screen, is that going to mess it up? No. Okay. We'll collect that. No. There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm glad you follow Samo. We are very much appreciative of anyone who follows Star Trek creators, especially our Warp Drive 5 group, which we will be having an ARC fall. We anticipate it being, even though they only released the first week of, I want to call it in between the ARCs calendar, just for this first week. Usually they don't release a new ARC on the first of a month, and so this the way the calendar falls, the first of the month is that Tuesday, meaning that they'll probably do it not on July 1st, but probably on July 8th, which means our arc fall would be July 7th. Hi, Robert Sprite. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. We are simulcasting on Twitch and YouTube. We don't do a shared chat because that's against the terms of service, and we follow the rules as much as possible. So sometimes we'll talk with people on Twitch, which most of our audience is. We also have our friends on YouTube side, and then we try to at least explain why somebody might say something in chat and you don't see it there. All right, I'm going to turn off my studio lights because it's kind of not doing too well with the headache. Yeah, so it's the last day of the arc. Were you surprised that the battle pass finished? If you are a completionist, it finished yesterday, because mine finished yesterday. I got my broken desealing rods yesterday. So if you look at this, I haven't done any kind of events right now. There's a battle pass that I haven't completed here, but if you look over at where is it? Where am I seeing? Oh, is it completed? So it's not showing up. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I got the desealing rods already, so I don't see the monthly thing unless it's in one of the folders, which it could easily be in one of the folders over here. Walk arc events. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, I still have my battle pass event to do, but then it completed yesterday. So unlock rewards by earning points in excess of the amount necessary to complete the battle pass. So it used to be that you had to complete everything, but this month is a little different. It could have just been a error in our favor. Bank error in your favor. Collect $50. So, we have 16 hours for this one. I still haven't spent all my revenge trips, so I need to do that today. And then let's see. So what events do we have to do? We still have to do. So do I even need to do this because I don't need battle pass points? We'll just do it just for fun anyway. XLB, I'm not participating in. Let's see where the thing is. Wow, someone scored 319 million. That's kind of nuts. It goes to 50th places on my server. So even 50th place is at 31,612. We're going against, it's a regional, it's a cross server. Not regional, it's a cross server leaderboard. So we're up against 49 here. But if you're going up against hostiles which have apex barrier, apex shred is something good to use. Okay. And then the con challenge returned, which I find very, very cool. How did we do in this? We finished 30 seconds in this. I didn't save my tokens. I spent them like a few days ago, and before the event. That was a mistake. But I wouldn't have finished. Last month I finished first. This one I might have finished around. I could have finished top 10 if I had saved them. I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes you make those mistakes. Officer shard acquisition is today, so we'll do some officer shards acquiring. And then this one, I'm guessing is, you need SNW, Kirk, Mbenga, and Gigi on the bridge with Savik, Zeph, and Elok below X. Augment hostiles. Okay, so we can do some of that. Yeah, so cons challenge. I do like this officer acquisition. I have been pushing, I think I mentioned this before. I've been pushing just to max out Kira Nerys for the crit. Below that crit chance, 24% against players, which kind of has been superseded if you really want to use the Chaos Tech by the new Chaos Tech that has come out, which is this one over here. Where is it? That's not it. That's the hazard. That's the one Jules Verne really likes. Where is it? Am I thinking of something? Is it not Chaos Tech? It's not Forbidden Tech, is it? Okay, we'll figure it out. That was like 30% reduction in crit chance. But I could be wrong. No, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, so if we're going to do some of the augment, let's put on Strange New Worlds. I guess we can put Gigi on first. Boy, the scrolling does not help the headache. There's Savick. I was noticing this yesterday, like when they're scrolling, I just have a hard time with the headache. Okay, let's get the correct group here. Mbenga and... Was it Sam Kirk or James Kirk? Anyone remember? Let's see. Sam Kirk, yeah. And then Savick, Zeph, and Alok. Wrong Kirk brother. Do I have them on a ship? Zeph and Alok. I must have them on a ship. Shucks. Let's recall and repair. Well, we can do one run and then we'll figure it out from there. All right, so we're going to augment space and then we're going to kill some hostiles. I'm guessing we could do 68s. We'll try. And we'll see how it goes from there. I do like how the cube, you can do the transwarp drive for the event. Oh, you forgot to do these today? Well, you still have time. Still have plenty of time. Oh, these bridge crew officers do pretty well. There's our chaser there. We'll run up top real quick. Then we'll lose our chaser. Well, maybe not. I mean, I only got a couple more hits out of this crew. Okay, there we have this. And okay, let's see if Quasi and Zeph are on a different crew, on a different ship. Oh, one more hit to send it home. Okay, repair. Let's check the below the crew. Alok is here. We'll replace Odo. And then Zeph is here. We can do Troy. That was from yesterday's event. That should be good. Do I need to hit the 66s? How many points did I get? I guess it doesn't matter which one I hit, right? So I could hit lower. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's go to 64. Okay, we'll warp over there. Let's get this back out. I think we can do loot crew. Maybe not. We'll do this one. I have been getting hit a lot more with the Reliance. It's just one of those things. I think we can do 40. Can we do 46s? We'll do 46s. Okay, we're almost there. Like 50 seconds. I'll drink some of my iced tea. Yeah, I probably need to work on my scenes for this computer. So we're in the Aloha this podcast studio. The STFC or the Layers Tonight studio is upstairs. So I worked on all the stuff upstairs, but we also broadcast in 10 instead of 1080p, we broadcast in 1440p because they allowed 2K streaming this past week. So everything's set up for that. But we're not set up necessarily down here for that. So we might just have to. What I'll probably do is we'll cut the podcast for the Lotus podcast. We'll cut it, we'll edit it, and then we'll release this as a separate video. That's probably what we'll do on YouTube. Twitch, it doesn't matter. It's all one thing. So there's no like cutting it up, but it might be good to cut it up for YouTube. Okay, let's go back. Recall. I try not to go directly to the ship because I have a tendency of being too slow and stuff. Wait, is that my chaser? There it is. Yeah, that is my chaser. Okay, we'll queue this up. We'll check out what else we need to do today. Was going to ask about the screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't set up correctly for everything. So let me readjust it because I switched screens. No. What I can do is I guess I'll put it back on the other screen. How's that? That should be okay. It's a little bit low. Shucks, I can't. Can I adjust this manually? Okay, sorry, we're gonna do this the hard way. Okay, there's that. It's just really tiny on my 4K monitor when I do it on here, but we're not quite set up. We'll fix it later. It doesn't have to be today. This is the quick and dirty, get the stream up and running today. And it's no one to blame, Tim, man. It's just one of those things. We're just doing things live. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. If it looks still off, let me know because I can't tell. Everything's small on my screen. I can do switch out of studio mode. Oh, that's better. I can kind of see a little bit more. Poo happens. Yes, poo happens. Well, okay. If that's a win, I'll take it because that's important. I'll take whatever wins I can get. I didn't. I mean, I didn't realize how difficult it was to set up the 1440. And maybe it was just bad timing. So I redone all the scenes upstairs in the Later Tonight studio, which is where we stream STFC. I redid it like last week. And then we get this notification that you can actually stream in 2K rather than 1080p. So I actually went live thinking that things would work correctly, but what it was showing up on OBS, which is a software that we use to transmit all the information to Twitch, it wasn't quite working right. Because my canvas is a 1080p canvas, but there's no way to upscale it to 1440p. So I had to go from the 1080p to the 4K scene and then downscale it to 1440 instead of it just upscaling it, which makes sense because then you wouldn't have the quality. But everything's built in 1080p. It's not built in 4K. So we rebuilt everything in 4K. It still didn't quite look correct. So you'll see some of the videos where the intro screen is like a quarter of the screen. But I think we fixed everything upstairs. We just haven't fixed anything downstairs. And we've been ignoring the STFC because everything's done upstairs. And partly that was because I had a really bad chair that I was sitting in. And I was having a hard time walking because my back would be so sore from sitting in that old office chair. But now we have a new gaming chair downstairs, so it's not as bad for me to sit here. But anything over like half an hour, my back would get super sore. And we do the podcast for an hour, so of course. And then we did Disney Speedstorm for like another hour or two or a fortnight. So I'm glad I have a new chair. Okay. Are we done with the event yet? No, not yet. How far do we have to go? Oh, not bad. We're at... Oh, it's the officer shard one. We're about fifth of the way there. My officers here aren't tiered up that high. Did you guys like the Armada event? I heard some people were doing like tons of Armadas because they didn't have the right officers, which is not fun if you don't have like officers that you need to do the event, which takes you like 5 times as long as someone else that has all the officers. It was such a good arc for the 60s players, the 40s and 50s. Yeah, kind of hit or miss. Yeah, I agree. I think this was more geared towards the higher level. It wasn't as difficult, but I know it was difficult for some of the 40s and 50 level players. And then some who, had the ships, right? If they have the ships, they don't have to worry as much. But again, that is part of the incentivizing the ops push, so you get the bigger ships, so you can do the events and whatnot. So not necessarily surprising, because it basically is an incentive for those who wanted to for those who wanted to push up, like, hey, we'll push up and then we can actually do a lot more of the events and get through that. Yeah, FOMO is real. I think that's the thing. The scarcity of, sometimes officers or different ships. If you don't have that, then you can't do certain things. So people want to participate, and that's built into, again, the design of the game. It does make you want to, participate and spend to get different things to help you throughout the progression of your arc. Okay, we've come back here and we've arrived. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm very glad I didn't put a thumbnail for YouTube on the because we're simulcasting right now. Usually I put a thumbnail for the Aloha This podcast. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because people would be clicking on the thumbnail thinking it's just a Disney live stream. So that's something to consider. Oh, did I hit something that I shouldn't have hit? I probably did. Shucks. "100 days of the easy way." Yeah, so okay, feed. Yeah, okay, let me change that as well. So we've been, there's been issues on YouTube. It's been more OBS, and more so the stream elements thing. They have a shared, I'm not sure what you call it, chat. not chat. It's the multi-stream. So let's I'm just going to put STFC for now. For now. STFC for now. We'll just call it that. Yeah, so I will select the default like stream key, and then it pops over to the like saved ones. So I gotta figure out, maybe I just gotta clear out all the stream keys so it doesn't go to like the old ones. I'm in YouTube Studio now. So thank you, Chance. I appreciate that. Yeah, because next time we stream, it's going to say STFC for now. Yes, I don't know. I put in the default stream key, unless the default now says Happy Father's Day, which is quite a possibility too, I guess. Because it says select stream key, and I have like the 2nd anniversary one, the Disneyland expansion, birthday weekend one, manage stream keys. So maybe I'll just, boy, I better not delete everything. But there's an STFC Saturday night one, delete key, Wrath of Khan, delete key, Happy King Kamehameha Day. Oh, I don't want to delete the default one. Delete key for testing, Disneyland Experience, 2-year anniversary. I'm going to delete all the keys. Okay, I hope I didn't kill my stream on YouTube side. Duplicate stream key. Select the new key below to go live here, or switch to STFC. So there is an STFC for now. Stream key that I'm gonna have to delete right after this, but I'm not deleting the default one. That could be bad. Okay, did I die yet? Not paying attention. Where's my chaser? Okay, I'm still live. How big is this cube? Great question. It's 13,999. 13 million. Which is actually kind of, I've seen it go up to 15 million when we're doing PvP. Oh, here's my chaser. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Oh, I got hit. Why is it not going? I have no idea where my chaser is. Is that my chaser? Must be. I'm the only one here. Okay, I'm just going to recall and then see if that works. Oh, that's not my chaser. That's battleship. Where is my chaser? Unless, again, someone hit it, which is quite possible. Oh, here it is. Is that it? D7. But why would it be going all the way over here? That is strange. I'm not going to worry about that until I get hit. There's other people in the system, so it's quite possible that someone hit it for me. Okay, we got 11 going. Would you build a second one? I do have the blueprints for a second one. I did purchase that. I never did get around to it. I'm guessing once we get to op 70, and if I'm ever able to max out this cube, I might just build another one for points. But the end of life for cube is for, okay, that, yeah, that should be okay. It's coming soon, right? Because once we go to G7, maybe until, and it's quite possible it could be up to op 76 if it was the same with this one, that the cube will be usable, and then after that it will be obsolete. So for those who are in the 60s right now, or even if you're at 70, you probably have a good 10 months that you can use the cube. If you're like at ops 58, 59, you probably have a good year and a half where the cube is going to be your primary thing when you go up to G6. So there's a lot of different options for the cube, and building a second one for me probably won't happen until, because we need the components to build it, right? So I'm just going to dump everything into it to get to level 18, and then or tier 18, and then work on the second one. So not that it takes a lot of whatever those Borg things that you get at the lower levels, but I don't see a need to kind of spend it yet. And who knows, they might come up with some kind of probably not a prime, but something where it speeds up the efficiency with an efficiency bonus for building using the components. What I'm talking about is here, which I haven't pulled for today. No, not their supports. Yeah, the cube refinery has the shape memory alloy. I have to get some more of the drops. All right. I know we're hitting a lot of hostiles, but that's because our officers aren't that high in tier. So I'm guessing we're probably close to the halfway point. Let's see. Yeah, a little less than halfway. So this is going to be a little bit more of a grind. We're not even at 1,000 right now. Maybe 1/3 of the way. But we'll get there. So did you guys like this arc? I thought it was okay. And you combine the two of them, I thought there's a lot of things that are very helpful in terms of efficiency. With some of the efficiency bonuses, we pretty much can go from op 66 to 70 in the next month. We have enough resources, we have enough materials to do something like that. I just hope they have come out with a new officer that is worthwhile spending for in a leaderboard. So I was completely happy with everything except for this crazy series of P1 ATAs. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of ATAs. So I hope they slow down, especially because they don't give a lot of the resources there to speed it up or to actually activate some of them. it can be very much resource management type of thing to make sure you have everything you need to complete the events. At least you didn't max hostiles today. You just did, and doing this doesn't count for the event. Huh. Yeah, I'm not necessarily a grinder. I do. Excuse me. Take a sip of iced tea. I do think the Kishara is a game changer, and it works pretty well if you stay on the screen. If you move off, then there's no guarantee. But for the most part, even in a busy system like this, it's been working pretty well. Okay, up to 12 in the queue. Yeah, so what I've been talking about is clicking on OBS, not the screen. Yeah, so these augment favors, they've been pretty helpful. We maxed out a few. Of course, the drops here, reputation we maxed out, construction, and then of course the Sigma reserves. So we're working on the ship parts one right now, and then also we did some for the increased capacity. I'm not sure why I did this one. I think it was just because I had the uncommon, not the uncommon, the common available, so I just did it. Because each of these have a different one. Now I have to do some of these. I just went to 60 in the rep last night, so I haven't done any of these things. But we'll get to that. Any tips on this for those who have done it? Let me do the first one. Okay. So this is one of Khan's champions. I have a PvP crew on there. Let me send this back up. I can go a little bit lower, I guess. Does this work if I put in a GS? I'm sorry, if I put on the Reliant. Donates. Oh, is that it? That's all you have to do? Huh. Did not know that. What happened to... it crashed the game. Sorry. Let's oh, I have this background up. That's interesting. What if I turn it off? I can't turn wait, can't turn off? Okay, let's reload. I didn't realize I had this background up. Birthday says, and it's crazy because the other week-long events already show they know how to run these kind of events successfully. Yeah, they do. They have developed some good events, and then some other events have been kind of tedious. I think that's the best way of putting it. So yeah, they do some good stuff for sure. You don't grind a lot, but push 1 billion rep for ROM. Oh, that's awesome. That's hard to do. That's hard to do, is to grind all that rep for sure in the 50s. That's why I didn't build the epic ships until I got to 60s, because I was grinding rep up until that point. So 61, I had enough rep to build a ship, which was kind of a strategy anyway. It wasn't like I was trying to do the rep because I was using the loyalty chests, the 30 and the 7-day chests, to get the necessary materials and resources to max the G5 epics, the G5 epics. Okay, if I put this crew, or I put the Reliant with this crew, does it work? That's my question, because then I don't have to grind it at all. You think I have to attack? Okay, if I have to attack, that's fine. We have the Kishar. You don't have enough charts. Yeah, the charts are hard because you have to really choose to pull it or to use it for other stuff. And there's a big difference between the double pull in terms of credits needed and what you get out of the refinery. Here is something you will laugh at Ops 56. My cube has 37 million power and max Vitalius to my Ops till 58. And Voyager is max and Sanctus now almost tier 5, day 1. Yeah, it's a little bit different in terms of how things can be upgraded now, especially with the specialty ships. There's an interesting overlap, I guess you would say, right? With the Cube, with the Talios, with Voyager, with the faction ships. Not necessarily a rhyme or reason to all of that, which possibly could be by design. What people have said is they don't necessarily want a one-trick pony, so I think the company has tried to make it accessible. You see here with the Reliant, it basically is just for augments because it's not a ship that you go out and do like PvP combat with. So, okay, let's do this. Get rid of the chaser. Yeah, I agree with Retro Furious. Nothing to laugh at. You did a really good job. Okay, I'm gonna queue up some of this. I need to take another Tylenol. So let me get some of these. The scrolling actually really throws off my brain. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some Tylenol. I'll be right back. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. Still fighting this headache, so but we got a couple more Tylenols, and that that might help. If not, then I'm probably gonna have to lie down. I do have a recliner. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on 1 second. Now that we're not on camera anymore, this chair has one of those footrests, if you call it, and it. Well, if I can get it out of the. Okay, there it is. Unstuck. All right, so I can recline in this chair, which means I gotta move the microphone a little bit closer to me, but that shouldn't be a big deal. So, oops, I lowered the seat, not reclined. Okay, this is the recline feature. Yeah, it's a pretty nice chair. So let me get. Actually, probably lowering the chair is helpful as well. Just move the microphone a little bit closer, and this did disconnect. There you go. So, oh, this is actually more comfortable. It's. I feel like when we're doing the podcast, it's always a little awkward because the height of the chair and where the screen is, and I have progressive lenses on my glasses. That I have to kind of look and adjust my head up to actually focus correctly on where the monitor is. But right now, because I'm reclining, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I'm going to move it a little bit closer, and hopefully nothing falls off the desk. All right. Let's. Although I keep on wanting to. I keep on wanting to click on the screen, the display screen, rather than in OBS rather than the actual game. Hopefully we'll survive this. I'm not clicking for nothing. Hi, James Bond. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're just trying to complete the con event. Yeah, this chair is very comfortable, and it was on sale on Amazon. So it has the recline feature and everything else.
Broken Zero LF has offered a Ho'okupu sub to James Bond _35. Mahalo for supporting the ʻOhana.
Thank you, Broken Wolf, for gifting us up to James Bond. That's very kind of you. And thank you so much, Broken Wolf. You've been supporting the channel a lot recently, and I do appreciate it. Dr. Mom and I both appreciate it. So thank you. Yeah. Are we at least 3/5 of the way now? Must be at least at 1400. Yeah, 15 something. So we got 854 more to go. I am glad that it's not dependent on tier of the hostile, so you can hit the lower levels if you wanted to. I like events where it's just hit a hostile as opposed to hit a level of a hostile to get more points. I think that kind of levels the playing field. Because you all have to do the same thing regardless of your ship power. Not all the events, but having some of the events is good for that. Which one did I get? That's a great question. Let me see if I can pull up on Amazon. Wait. See, clicking on the wrong things. I think it's a GT racer. or GT player. Okay, let me pull up on screen real quick. Okay. Let's see. It's here somewhere on my account. I'll turn on the... All right. Sorry. Some of you might be blinded right now. I can tell you I have this chair. This is the kind of for me. It was for the bigger type of people. So I have this one. It is $159. Dr. Mom is actually using it right now for her office chair because she had an old chair too. So I purchased this maybe back in must have been March. We're at Disney World, and I went I need to get a chair. So I got this one. It has the I can't see this on the side. It has the recline feature. Let's see if you want to recline. So that's what I'm kind of doing now. I'm not in this chair right now, but you can get it with the recline feature. I think the chair, what I like is, what I found that's really different is this ability to have these coil springs. You can kind of see it's here in the seat and in the back. It makes it really comfortable as opposed to just padding. Which chair do I have now? It's not this one. It's a fabric chair. These are all kind of like the... Oh, it must be this one. Must be this one. Yeah, this is the one I have here. And again, sorry, it's off the screen a little bit. I'm not sure if I can move the Explorer over. There we go. So this one, let me see if I can control. Nope. Yeah, purchase a variation of this. So yeah, again, you can recline here, which I'm kind of doing right now. And it, the armrests kind of go down too, so it's helpful. But this is what I'm talking about, this coil pocket springs kind of thing. That's what's really kind of been helpful to do it. I gave Dr. Mom the bigger chair too because she likes to sit cross-legged when she's like writing, so it helps to have a bigger chair. But this chair is okay. I was worried that I was too heavy for it, but it's up to 300 pounds, which I'm under. So thankfully that works. And this one's also on sale at $116. The hard part with the other chair that I showed earlier was that I didn't like on screen these wings. You can see how big the wings are, or what do you call it? I think you can use it to like nap in. You put your heads to the side, but I just think that here's Sharky demonstrating what it looks like if you're sitting in, like you have wings on the side of your head. But yeah, both of them are pretty cool. I like both of them. I think, if I were to get, this one again, I might get the big and tall one, as opposed to just the regular size one. But that's a little bit more expensive as well. So it's a limited time deal right now. I think I paid $118. I don't remember, but it's on sale right now again too, and they go on sale a lot. I bought Brother. Brother has one that I think is more like this one. So he has a more expensive chair than I have. I think it was this one, but I could be wrong. It could be the maybe not. Maybe it's more. It might be this one. It might be. So this one is fabric. This one is the fake leather, I think. Oh no, this one's fabric too. He has the one that has the fake leather. So is it this one? No, it's not this one. It wasn't that expensive. It was just maybe $10, $15 more. So something.
Ice Wolflo has raided in with 12 viewers. Mahalo for supporting our channel. Raiders, Ako Momai, welcome into our stream.
Hi, Ice Wolf. Thank you for the raid. Oh, see, I'm a really poor streamer. I forgot to do shoutouts, but let's do the shoutouts now. Hope you had a good stream, Ice Wolf. What were you playing? You weren't doing STFC, right? And you weren't doing Disney Speedstorm. There's Ice Wolf. Yeah. Regardless, both chairs are comfortable. I think if I got the big and tall version of this, it might be a little bit more comfortable, but it's not bad at all. It's way better than the chair I had before. So hopefully you can find one, James Bond. Yeah, the only way to know is to actually sit on one, for sure. So yeah, so the good thing was I purchased it for my son, his chair, and then I sat on it. I went, okay, at least I know what it's going to be like, and then we kind of move on from there. Oh, she played a little SCFC after some schedule on. Hi, Madrox. It's good to see you as well. But yeah,
Ice Wolflo has raided in with 1
viewer.
viewers. Mahalo for supporting our channel. Raiders, Ako
dual
Momai,
raid.
welcome into our stream.
Okay, let's do some shout outs. James Bond is here. I didn't even do like mini. I totally missed mini, Mabel. I think. Or did I do mini? I can't remember. I feel like I missed mini. Like I could be wrong. And this is what we've been doing lately too. I know it's kind of not set up correctly. I got to do another thing for it, but thank you for thank you for the sub for James Bond Broken Wolf. I do appreciate it. I got to do a new setup to do shoutouts because it's kind of weird. Was that brand Gracing? It's GT. I mean, if we're talking about the chairs, it's GT Racing or GT Player. Wait, are you going to gargle? Are you sick? I hope you're not sick. Or is it just a thing to do? But thank you for the raid as well. Okay, so am I still not finished? Okay. Why is my ship home? I must have died. Did I die? Or maybe not. Did I recall it for some strange reason? I might have hit it. Okay. Yeah, but I find that the chairs have even like a hour rating. Like it tells you how long you could sit in the chair, recommended sitting time in the chair, which most of the gaming chairs are meant for like longer periods of time, like 8-10 hours. I don't remember what rating these are, but again, I've been sitting down in this chair for, what time is it? It is 2:53. I've been here since like 11 o'clock, back and forth. And it's been fine. I did. At work, one of our teachers retired, stay office teachers. So I went to go look because I also know he has a nice monitor. and I didn't want someone to like take the monitor. Although it's a very nice monitor. It's for CAD work for some engineering stuff. And similar to GC Racing, AK Racing. Yeah, I'm thinking that they might be assembled and rebranded in different in different locations and whatnot. So it could be very similar. It could be actually the same design. Because I'm looking at some of the wheels on different models, and they look like the same wheels. So who knows? But I do like the really padded one. It just doesn't look very nice on screen, I think. So if we get a second chair out here, which we probably eventually will have to for Dr. Mom, and leave that one in the office, then we'll probably get one similar to this, so it looks very similar. And maybe she can even have this one, and I can get the bigger one for the big and tall people. But it's important to have a really good chair. So, yeah, I'm sorry you're sick, Ice Wolf. That's not fun at all. Did I die? See, this is where my ADHD just really kicks in. Okay, so we'll try to finish up this event, and then we'll move on to something else. But yeah, we'll take care of this. Yeah. So the nice thing is that I don't have to limit the streams because my back is hurting. I think that's the most important part. And then I have been known, because Sharky's up here all the time, I have been known to kind of fall asleep on streams. You've never seen it because I usually like turn off my mic so you don't hear me snoring. But when I was first streaming, and this was way back in beginning of 2023, I used to be in my recliner. Of course, Sharky was on. No one knew who I was because I didn't do a face reveal at the time. And I would stream every night, STFC, from like 11:30 to like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know there was times that I just kind of dozed off. And it was just blank screen. Not blank screen, but it was just the screen. But the audience is very much different. It's either people going to work or people that are in bed at that time of night. So during the day, it's a lot different. It's a lot different, and people were very kind. So there might have been one time where I left the microphone on and I was maybe like snoring. Didn't happen very often, but I know it happened because I would like catch myself. I usually have a hard time sleeping no matter what. So I'm not like sleeping for like a long time. It might be like 2-3 minutes and then I'll wake up because I'm not in the, correct sleeping position. That's why it's like sleeping on planes is like super hard for me because we're in this kind of semi-reclined location and I just don't sleep well on planes. So even if I fall asleep in the recliner, it's not really like I fall asleep. I have been, I'll tell a story in a little bit. You remember that you'll see Sharky said, Bob. Yeah, I actually used to do the tracking as well on Sharky. So the face tracking, I turned it off too because I don't have a camera upstairs. I moved the webcam downstairs. So there's no camera for that. And I could activate the camera now, but I just do like other things. Oh, I didn't want to press that button. You feel better at night than the afternoon? Yeah, me too. I'm a night person. So deep sleep is on planes is possible. for me during international flights. I collapse eventually and fall asleep while watching a movie or reading a book for a few good hours. Yeah, I mean, I have fallen asleep on planes, maybe like for an hour. My head has a tendency of I can't lie back for some reason, so my head always like moves forward, and I eventually wake up because it's just an uncomfortable position. But I'm glad you can sleep because to me that's an art. Not everyone can sleep on planes. Hi, Death Blave. Welcome into the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. I do like streaming in the day because I get to see like lots of people that would normally be sleeping. But the nighttime stream is where we got to meet a lot of our UK friends. So I do like that as well. If you look at my stream summary, it says my usual start time or my usual stream time is like 11:45 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And it's been like that for a long time, even though we've moved around to different times throughout the course of the past 2 years. There was one time in college. It wasn't in class, but it was. I was super busy. I've been like traveling. I think I had gone to. Yeah, I had gone to DC. I flew to DC, flew back, was here for a day back in Hawaii, flew to Japan for a study tour, then got off the plane, went home for like a day or so again, and then flew back to DC, and then came back. And this was when I was in college. I was 20. So yeah, so I just gotten appointed to the board of education. So I was traveling a lot during the summer because it was the first summer. So my friend went to go talk to the professor in their office. So I was just sitting outside waiting. Fell asleep in the chair. And they had a long meeting, which I would have been just waiting. And so they come out, and I knew the professor too because he was my former professor for one of my first classes my freshman year. And they were just cracking up because I'm here sleeping in the chair. And it was a political science class, so I guess he kind of understood why. But yeah, I was out. It was a busy hallway. It wasn't like like no one's around. There was people going back and forth, and I was out solid because I was just so exhausted from taking 3 trips in 2 weeks in basically crossing 12 different time zones or so, 11. Twice. I mean, going to DC twice was kind of crazy. I think I went again. I think I should have just stayed. One of the executive directors says, "Oh, you could have just stayed in my house." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't want to stay for like a whole week." Okay, where's my ship? Okay, why can't I get my ship? Is it stuck in warp somewhere? It's warping somewhere. You put one of those V-neck pillows under your chin in the front. Yeah, I've thought about getting some of those pillows for the plane. I haven't had the guts to do something like that, but I wonder if Amazon has anything like that. You see these pillows? They have these ostrich pillows. I'm not sure what you call them. But yeah, they look kind of funky, but I heard that they work really well. This one is kind of what I was thinking about, because you can put it on your tray table and then use it like this, like that. See, this would work. I think this will work, and it's on sale. You have a 5% off coupon. So that's quite possible. It's kind of comfy. Yeah, maybe one day I will try. I like to have something that's a little bit more compact. That's not like, I mean, it looks very bulky. And I like to sit in the aisle seat. So if someone tries to get out, it's like you gotta get up. You have to get out. Thanks for playing the Shamalama Ding Dong. How are you doing, Naz? The pillow looks big. Yeah, it is huge. It is definitely huge. I've seen the ones where you kind of strap your head back to the seat. That looks pretty dangerous to me. Like you put a strap around the seat and then it holds your like it's like a mask over your eyes and it holds your head in place. I think that's just very dangerous. It just doesn't look like something you want to have in a moving vehicle.
I'm so scared.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Naz. You're here now, and I appreciate that. You're in a different time zone now too, so everything is schedule wise. I'm sure is a little different when we're on compared to what it used to be. And I'm sorry, we're in an ad break, so if you're in an ad break, I do apologize. Dustin says it's can also be sweaty. I can see that too. But yeah, I kind of need one. I'm taking a trip. I'm going to Seattle July 9th. Going July 9th. And then we also have a trip planned for August, which I got to talk to Moopsy about. If it's still, well, it's on. It's just we got to figure out the details. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up in the next couple months. And it would be nice to have a pillow where I can sleep on the plane. Although I think I scheduled both of the trips so we're traveling during the day. Usually we have to because of this is the fact of getting old. It used to be that I would go on trips and I would take the red eye and I hop off the plane, go straight to the meeting at like 7. We land at like 6:30, get to the hotel at 7:30. The meeting starts at 8 or 8:30 or something like that. And I could do that. And then we stay overnight and the next day, or sometimes it was just that day, and then fly out again. And it's hard. Like you can do it when you're younger. Getting older is just not possible. So I try to go out like a day earlier now. So these next 2 trips, I'm flying in the morning, and because it's West Coast, I'm getting in the afternoon, or I guess early evening, like 7:30, and I can go straight to the hotel and just kind of eat dinner and crash, because it's a 3-hour time difference from here to Seattle right now. So if I get in at 7:30, that's really 4:30 in the afternoon. I shouldn't be tired at all. But it will be close to dinner time when I get to the hotel, so I probably gotta get like something delivered or pick up something downstairs. What Rev Party? There's a Rev Party? Can you spill any deets on that? There's a Rev Party? You guys had a rev party already. Didn't you guys have a rev party like a few weeks ago? Oh, I have not heard anything about that. Oh, when in late July? Late July is a little hard, just because we're starting up school and have a lot of mandatory stuff to go to. We have an AI conference that we're running. We have our leadership conference in late July. And then school starts up first week of August. So all the teachers are back like the last week of July as well. But that's good that he wants more. I think it's good for him and everyone else. You guys seem to have a lot of fun the last time. We had a lot of fun when we had the house party in Nashville with Rev when he was Captain Jesse. So, okay. Obviously, my ship is stuck right now. So I'm going to reset the game because I can't figure out what's going on with the ship. So we'll close the window and there's an error. Why is there an error? I can't even get the game now. Okay. Yeah, it's not responding. Okay. I'm going to have to switch the background back to the black one. Is that for the new position, the AI conference? No, somehow I got put in charge of AI for the State Department of Education like about 2 years ago. And it's not linked to my position. It's just something that they have me do. So it doesn't matter. Wherever I'm going, it's just going to follow me right now. So I'm still learning, but it's exciting. We actually have a plan to do something with it. I got to figure out how to get the person over, but we kind of have some exciting plans. We're doing training on Monday for all the state directors, and then if we can work it out, we have somebody that's a possibility that could help us build chatbots, which I really want to just build chatbots to help teachers and students and people in the office. So I kind of, we have it's so funny. The one that's on Monday, this Monday is all about like, what do we call it? It's a chatbot design race or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. Why is AI even involved in education? Seems like a bad idea. You know what? There's a lot of opinion that people think that, Justin. So you're not in the wrong area for that. I think what we've kind of arrived at, and this is just going through technology uses in education over the years. There was at one time when calculators came out. There was protests from like 8th grade teachers. There's this famous picture of this protest by 8th grade teachers saying like calculators are going to be the downfall of mathematics. And then when grammar checkers and spell checkers came out, there was this big thing about that being something that is going to destroy people's ability to write. And then even like having the typewriter or to have a computer and a word processor, those were all seen as like something that's going to be the downfall of students. And then like handwriting, right? It's like, oh, they take notes on their computers and whatnot. What we found over the years is that good education can't be replaced by technology, but technology can enhance the education. Because we do know that students are using AI right now. So it's a matter of enhancing the learning. And the learning is the most important part. So whatever we can do to enhance the learning is important. for student growth. What we're finding right now is actually the one area that impacts the most is mathematics, which seems like it's would be other areas, but mathematics, even though it's ChatGTP and we talk about a lot of writing, the ability to use AI to help students understand how to solve problems and mathematical equations, we're seeing growth up to 20%, and you're going to see a lot more of this over the next coming years. And it helps, you know what helps the most? It helps students who are the ones that really struggle, because you can get on-demand assistance 24/7 through AI chatbots to help you understand mathematics. And it's very linear, so I think that's one of the things where it works. Hi, Rev Deuce. Welcome into the stream. It's our friend Rev Deuce. I appreciate you stopping by. Let's do a quick shout out for Rev Deuce. Not that everyone doesn't know who the famous Rev Deuce is, but thanks for stopping by. Calculators are really bad at dividing. Yeah, I mean, like anything, slide rules. Parents learn math with slide rules. I was trying to explain it to one of my friends, like a slide rule. It's like we're focusing on mathematics this year for the department, and one of the things was like we have this leadership, conference. It's like, what can you give away as like favors and everything else? And I said, why don't you get everyone a slide rule? And they were like, what's a slide rule? But yeah. It's just one of those things where you can utilize that as well. I like your content. That's very kind of you, Rev. I do appreciate it. Coming from you, that's a lot of respect to you. So get out the Abacus. Yeah, Abacus as well. So this whole thing about AI, Conmigo, have you heard of Khan Academy? They have this AI program called Conmigo, very expensive. So we got to figure out how to deal with the cost. But it provides step-by-step guidance with students to help understand, and especially with students with disabilities, that you really need to take the time to explain things in a way that they understand. Well, you can train the AI to actually, or the student can train the AI for them to adapt to a student's needs, and then help them through solving different equations, different problems, writing tips. We use AI to, what we say is like the human has to be in the loop. So you have humans that are involved in the process. So even if Scopely uses AI, even if different companies use AI, it's important to have the human to check AI, because they can hallucinate, sometimes, and give wrong information. We actually developed a chatbot, which I haven't released it because I can't figure out how to share it without it being under my name. But we built it within ChatGTP, and it's actually, over the last couple of years, it's gotten better and better every month. We were using Google Notebook LM. It works. I find ChatGTP to be a little bit more robust in terms of how it how it analyzes the data. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. So it's probably all over Northwest University still. Yeah, the slide rule is probably. I can. I wonder if I can show you what we've been working on. Let me see if I can call up ChatGTP. It did give me an error last time, because it did, the way I had sorted it out. I need to parse it a little bit differently, because it's pulling copyrighted material, and ChatGTP doesn't like copyrighted material from Scopely. So, and it's Star Trek, right? So it's a thing with that. Sorry, there's all kinds of logins I have to do because I'm not on the correct browser. But I can show you something. Wait, hold on. Let me download this real quick. I apologize. I'm doing stuff in the background, and you're kind of like wondering what's going on right now. Oh, Moopsie messaged me. Okay. So Okay, sorry, I got a message. Moopsie back. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So I actually posted this in my Discord, so you can kind of check it out. This is. How do I copy this? I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Where's my Explorer? Okay, so we're doing the AI training on Monday. So this says explain the game Star Trek Fleet Command with lots of tiny cats. And I used the wrong prompt. This is what you use in theater when you want someone to improvise. So it's supposed to be PROMPT, but PROMT is what you use in theater to tell someone to improvise. So this is explaining things with lots of tiny cats. That's all AI generated. So, so the first one is imagine a galaxy is full of planets. Each planet is like a cat food bowl. Different kinds of yummy food are in them. You're a captain. You have a spaceship. It's like a tiny cardboard box for your box ship for your cats. Your crew, they're a bunch of adorable tiny cats. Each has special job on the ship. You fly around, you visit different food bowl planets. Your tiny cat crew helps you. Sometimes other captains show up. They have their own cardboard box ships and tiny cat crews. Maybe they want some yummy food as well. You might have a little meow off. It's like a tiny cat battle. Pew pew goes the laser pointer. You can make friends too. Other captains with their own tiny cat crews can team up with you. You can share the yummy food bowls. You build a space station. It's like a giant scratching post condo for all your tiny cats. You make it super comfy. You collect resources. Think of them as little toy mice for your cats to play with and upgrade their cardboard box ships. It's all about exploring, finding new food bowls, having fun with your tiny cat crew, and maybe making some new friends, and sometimes having meow offs. Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of those things. With it's Google AI Studio. If you haven't tried it out, I'm not sure. We have access because I have Gemini Plus, but I'm not sure if it's accessible for those who don't have Gemini Plus. So that's part of that as well. Yes, I did hear about suing Disney, suing Midjourney. I think Universal as well, which is kind of funny because they just went through the whole Hulu buyout. So I think Universal, and it makes sense. Swerbler has talked about this, right? Is like generation of copyrighted materials using copyrighted materials. That's where I think is the rub, is that you can generate your own materials, but what do you base it off of? Can you base it off of actual copyright materials? And that might be more of a technical issue than anything else, but I don't know how the legal system works with that. Legal Eagle did a really good video. Oh, I should check that out. Yeah, I should check that out. But yeah, that's just one of those things with AI, is that you can use it, and I think if like anything else, right? You can do parodies of materials, and it's not going to be copyrighted. You can do variations of it. So, I don't know what the exact rule is, but if you change a certain percentage of something, then it can be not copyrighted or not claimed as a copyright as well. Again, I'm not a legal expert at all, so I don't know what all the details were with copyright. I just tell people to try to avoid it as much as possible because you don't want to get into trouble per se. But that's one of those things where you just have to be, you have to just be aware, and you can't use it in a very difficult way where you're stealing it. And again, Scribbler probably has a way better understanding of all of this than I do. because she's very careful in terms of how to do things on stream, and because part of that is that some of her materials is probably in that lawsuit, like things that she's written with her sister is probably in in the lawsuit. So I can see why that's very important to be aware of and do things. Where did I put the SDFC? Where did I put it now? There's a different place where you can design chats. New chat? No, I don't. Library. Nope. Is it under GPTs? Customize ChatGTV. No, I don't want that. I was just working on this thing. I put it on the side for a little while. So custom GPTs. I usually know how to get it on my Chrome browser, but I'm in Explorer right now. I don't have the link. I just click a button. It's kind of like phone numbers. Like we used to memorize everyone's phone numbers and whatnot. So I knew, everyone's phone numbers. Now it's like you press a button on your phone and you do that, which is a lot less stressful. It actually reduces your stress by not having to memorize phone numbers. So all of us back in the day, we were just stressed out because we had to memorize phone numbers. But now I can't find it because I can't find the link. Okay, maybe we won't worry about that for right now. Let me figure out. In this crazy world, it boils down to I had an idea and I want credit and to get paid for it. Most things people get paid for right away, so maybe residuals go away, but you still give credit for idea. Yeah. That's important. I think if you because from the scholarly side, right, you will use people's works and you will put them in your like dissertation or your paper, academic paper and whatnot. So you properly cite it. I think it's the part of who makes money off of what that becomes a major issue. So that's where it's when there's money involved, people want to. It's not the credit alone, but it's also the monetary gain that people have throughout the whole thing. So yeah. Let's see. I can't find anything right now. Okay, let's make sure I get this event done before too long. I'm sorry, I went on this whole tangent with AI. My ship died again. And I apologize. Someone is cutting the lawn. Like at least they weren't cutting. So when we do the podcast at 1 p.m., like at 12:30, someone goes and starts to cut the grass. And it's across the street. And they cut the grass every single week. So I'm glad that they decided to cut the grass a little bit later today because that helps out with the noise. But if you hear it, let me know. I can turn down the volume. So. Okay, now I'm kind of wondering why I can't find my stuff. Okay, I apologize. The keyboard is super loud. Not as loud as Samuel's, but it is kind of loud. But I'm glad because I can hear that lawnmower. I can I can really help hear it. So okay, let's hit some more hostiles and then I'm sure you can hear the clicking too. Because this mouse is also very loud with the clicking. Okay, there it is. That's the chaser. Let's take care of that first. Actually, let me turn the volume down just in case. It seems to be a little hot on the microphone side. All right. Not that one. We'll do this one. Well, anyway, so the summary of this whole thing is it's pretty exciting how AI can be used. It just has to be, it's like any other tool, technology tool that's come out. Humans have to be involved. Oh, it works on this one. Really? I didn't know okay, so yeah, this is the Aloha Disk Studio computer. So obviously it works on this one because we didn't change anything on this one. I wonder what else works. Oh, there's a whole bunch of actions that works. Try see what else works. I don't have the overlay descriptions. I think money works. I think even Sharky AI might work.
God,
Let me
chef
connect
has a
it.
sexy voice too.
I
should just quit.
Hi.
I should just quit. I need to retire.
Yes, DJ, please quit.
Okay, we fixed it last night on the Aloha Disk Studio, which is I'm sorry on the later tonight studio, which is upstairs. So that's the upstairs computer without the camera. The downstairs computer we haven't touched because this is the one that I used to use upstairs. Very confusing. But so some things haven't changed there. We rebooted the whole computer because it was running really slow. So Sharky is like smiling way too much. Oh, there. See, fire's working. Yeah. So this is the Aloha Disk Studio computer. And let's see if the chatbot's working. Oh, wait, hold on. Did you guys hear that? I don't think his... I'm going to have to turn on the desktop audio. Shucks, that's not set up. That is not... He waved. Okay, hold on. Audio input capture. Let's do... I don't think I have. I'm going to have to create a new one. Enemies. Okay, let's create that one. I want to do enemies. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's create that one. I want to do enemies. Let's see if that works. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, so I think that he just said hi. Okay, so I think that he just said hi.
Star Trek Fleet Command is a mobile strategy game where you can explore, build, and battle in the Star Trek universe. You get to manage your own fleet of starships, complete missions, and form alliances with other players. It's pretty cool how you can interact with iconic Star Trek characters and experience both diplomacy and combat.
Yeah, so you can, if you want to ask Sharky a question, you just type in
Shamalamating dong. Orange bird, why you so cute? Quality.
Yeah, so you can, if you want to ask Sharky a question, you just type in exclamation. Ice wolf. Yeah, technically you can have Sharky say anything. Please keep it PG. I guess G is better. Yeah, technically you can have Sharky say anything. Please keep it I zero cheese. I guess. Oh, welcome in. G is better. That's the voice in your head. I zero cheese. Yeah, so if you wondering how Sharky is talking, it's API with ChatGTP.
Fish are friends, not food.
Yeah, so if you wondering how Sharky is talking, it's API with ChatGTP. That's.
Oh, wouldn't that be wild? Honestly, I don't know what the next crossover arc will be. But I'd totally be down for either Transformers epic battles or Care Bears spreading good vibes. The best epic level 70 ship in Star Trek Fleet Command really depends on your strategy and what you need. But a lot of players seem to love the Franklin A for swarm battles or the Enterprise for its versatility.
Doesn't work very
It's
well
all
sometimes.
about how you want to play, though, and which ship fits your style.
See, yeah. So ships do not very well sometimes. Do well.
Typically, event store months show up every few months in Star Trek Fleet
so
Command.
Ships do not.
If I had to guess, it might line up with a big seasonal or themed update. Keep an eye on announcements, they usually drop hints leading up to it. Party popper.
Okay. There's Retro Fury said this delay. Yes. And there might be a timeout, so you might have to ask the question again. Fury said this delay. Yes. And there might be a timeout, so you might have to ask the question.
Another Alliance tournament during the break would be exciting. There hasn't been any confirmation yet, but they often surprise us with events like that. Fingers crossed they throw in something fun to keep everyone engaged.
Echo delay. Okay, is it better now? It was picking up a second microphone when I switched over. I'm guessing that was something to do with enemies. Is it better now? It was picking up a second microphone when I switched over. So let me. I'm guessing. Yeah, I can see it. Something to do with enemies. Let me turn it off. So let me. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, this is why when we do things live, things break. Turn it off. Animes is picking my voice to control Sharky, but it's also outputting that. So let me. This is why when we do things live, things figure out where that setting is. Animes is picking my voice to control Sharky, but it's also outputting that. So let me figure out where that setting is.
That's a good question, and it's something a lot of people are curious about. It's hard to say since there hasn't been an official announcement yet. Hopefully, it's something they'll add soon to make upgrading into the G5 era a bit smoother for everyone.
Okay, how's that now? I just turned off my mic because I'm not using Sharky to speak for me. So if I just turn it off, then it should work. There's another input I just can't figure
G7?
out.
Wow, that would be a huge leap. It's tough to guess since G6 still feels pretty fresh in the game. Maybe late next year if they stick to a gradual release pattern? But honestly, anything could happen, it's all up to the devs. Oh, imagining that feels so wild. I bet as a shark, surfing the crest feels exhilarating, like riding pure energy through the water. The rush of the current and the rhythm of the ocean must be almost instinctual for them. Honestly, it sounds kind of freeing and hypnotic at the same time. That's a tough one since it really depends on your goals and gameplay style. The Enterprise E is such a classic, reliable ship with great durability and versatility. The Scimitar, though, is super powerful if you're looking to deal crazy amounts of damage. The Krencha, while not as iconic, has its own strengths depending on how you outfit it. Personally, I'd say go with what fits your strategy best or the one you just love the look of.
Okay, there is a timeout. I wonder if it's like 10 seconds, just so it doesn't overlap. Am I supposed to, like, when you put exclamation point chef, am I supposed to say something?
Oh, jumping the shark is such a fun term. It basically refers to the moment when a show or series does something over the top or ridiculous in an attempt to stay interesting, but it often ends up signaling a decline in quality. It's kind of sad when you see a favorite show hit that point. The phrase actually comes from an episode of Happy Days where Fonzie literally jumps over a shark on water skis. It's iconic. Since then, people have used it to describe similar moments in other shows or media.
Okay, just so I know. I was thinking you're telling me to do this. Like I'm supposed to unleash pandemonium. What's the game? It's not okay. I hear brother doing something, but he must be feeding the dogs. Okay, let's see.
I wish I could sing it like Elvis, he's legendary. But I can totally vibe with the dreamy, tropical feeling of it. Just imagine me swaying to the rhythm and belting out, Night and You, and Blue Hawaii. Do you sing along with it sometimes too? It's such a soothing song.
That's hilarious. Okay, how many points do I need? Thinking we may be close. Yeah, 208 points. Okay, let's see. Oh, here it is. Why? See, it's just not paying attention.
Oh, that's a tricky one. From what I remember, the number of hijacked insignias you need to complete the away team's research tree can totally stack up, possibly hundreds to unlock everything. It's definitely a grind if you're aiming to max it all out. Have you been working on it? It sounds like a pretty hefty project.
Okay, so this is what we've been working on. It's just a draft. We can't release it yet, but it's patch notes database. So all the patch notes from patch note 8 to the current one, 70 something, is in here. So if we're to ask something like, let's see, when did the Franklin get? When did the Franklin get released? Yeah, Franklin ship was released June 2020 as part of the Franklin event in Star Trek Fleet Command. Tell me about the Fisha. So it'll tell you when it was done. It'll tell you what was included in the patch notes and then any updates to it as well. So we still need to build it out, and then we have the sources here. So I think I can click on the sources. And then okay, what about Rathacon? Hi, Pinky. See, that's not right, but that's about the original augment. You can have the donut. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. I got that for you. Pinky wants the donuts. This is the original augment, so it's not the current arc. So still some work to do. About Samek. Yeah, so it tells you what the officer abilities are and everything else. So we scraped the patch notes off of the website, but I only got technically in a PDF 2024. So I'm going to have to scrape it and then download it rather than directing the source to the website because it doesn't like the copyright material in there. ChatGPT doesn't like it, so there's some work to do. But at least 2024, all the patch notes are there right now. So I'm sorry, we're in an ad break as well. So yeah, so we'll keep on working this. Hopefully we can release it one day. It does have my name on it. So that's why it's like, I can't figure out how to release the GTP without it being linked to my account. And it might not be able to. So that's the other side too.
Oh, you're going there, huh? Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, I'd guess, a wood load. Though, to be fair, I've heard it's about 700 pounds of wood in a given day, according to some silly wildlife estimates. Honestly, let's just say it's as much as the little guy wants, because who's stopping a determined woodchuck, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We're not done with this, are we? Okay, let's try to finish this off. Okay. Are we there yet, Papa Smurf?
Oh, I'd love to take you there if I could. But honestly, the only way I know how to get to Sesame Street is to follow Sunny Days sweeping the clouds away. Maybe sing a catchy tune and keep an eye out for Big Bird? Honestly though, wouldn't it be amazing if it were a real place?
Oh, you know what I can do? I can queue it up in enemies. Wait, let me change the setting. I think I can queue up. Oh, where's the setting for that one? So, even if there's a timeout, we can remove
Oh,
it and then queue
I'd
it.
give trash pandas aka raccoons a solid 10 out of 10 for cuteness. I mean, those little hands and the bandit masks are just too adorable to resist. Sure, they can be sneaky little troublemakers, but that just adds to their charm, don't you think? Have you ever seen one up close? They're like fluffy little chaos gremlins.
They are. Okay. Queue chat messages. Okay, I can queue chat messages and then there's a 10-second cooldown. I'll change that to like 0 because it should just queue. Okay, we'll see if that works. Yeah, there's new settings since we last did this, so. Okay, great, it's saved. Okay, we are done with the cons challenge. That took a lot. Oh, did I break Sharky? That didn't go through. I might have broken him. Well, that's not good. I was just trying to fix it.
Oh my gosh, Rufus Du Sol is seriously incredible. Their music has this magical way of blending deep, emotional lyrics with beats that just take you places, you know? And those live performances, ugh, they're out of this world. Every song feels like it grabs you by the heart and carries you to some mesmerizing, euphoric dimension. Honestly, they're a vibe I could live in forever. They're just that good. What's your favorite song by them? I need to know.
That's hilarious, Ice Wolf.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, where do I even start? Rufus Du Sol is the kind of band that doesn't
Okay,
just
it
make music,
repeated.
they craft experiences. Their sound perfectly blends electronic beats with raw, heartfelt emotion, and every track feels like it tells a story. I mean, have you heard songs like Inner Bloom or Treat You Better? They can take you from dancing your heart out to crying in blissful reflection in a single set. Plus, their live shows are absolutely mesmerizing. It's like a spiritual journey through sound and light. It's no wonder they've captured so many hearts, they're just on another level. What's your favorite thing about them?
Okay, I'm not sure why it repeated, but at least it works.
Oh heck yes, Babylon 5. You're speaking my language now. Honestly, it's a top-tier sci-fi show because it's so masterfully written, like, it had a multi-season story arc planned from the start. The politics, the personal struggles, the incredible character development, there's just so much depth to it. And don't even get me started on the alien races, they're so richly developed that they feel like real cultures. Plus, G'Kar and Londo alone make the series legendary. They're dynamic. Chef's Kiss, it's hands down one of the greatest pieces of science fiction in TV history, no question. Did you binge it recently, or are you diving back in? Oh, murder drones. That's such a wild and fun concept. So basically, it's an animated web series by Glitch Productions with this dark, futuristic tone, where worker drones, cute little robot beings, are trying to survive against super deadly murder drones designed to wipe them out. It's got that dystopian flair where survival feels like it's hanging by a thread. But at the same time, it's full of humor, sass, and really cool action scenes that keep you on the edge of your seat. The characters like Uzi, the rebellious worker drone, and N, the murder drone with a strangely endearing personality, are just so compelling and make you root for them in this insane world. Have you watched it yet? It's a total ride.
I haven't watched it. That sounds interesting. Did that play Ice Wolf? It didn't. I didn't hear it, but that doesn't mean it didn't play. Where is my blurps? Oh, I wonder if I never set it up here on this computer. Again, this is the issue with two different computers. I forget where things are set up and what's not set up. Okay, so let's see if we can do add existing blurb. Okay, let's see if I can get that working for you, Ice Wolf. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like we had the browser source set up correctly. Okay, let's see. My live history. Ice Wolf. Let's replay that.
Aloha, this where dreams come true. We'll bring the magic right to you. Island vibes and skies of blue. On Aloha, this it's excitement.
Hey, thank you, Ice Wolf. Sorry about that. You doing okay, Dr. Mom? Okay. She's hard at work. What else? Okay, let's see what else we gotta do. So yeah, so if we did the battle pass and completed it yesterday with the desealing rods, broken desealing rods, then we don't need to do that. We do need to do officers. So I'm guessing we might as well spend some stuff. What we wanted to do is check out the event store. I'm not sure what you guys spent in the event store. I haven't spent much of my loot yet. So we're going to go to the new additions. We wanted to get this prime mirror particle, so we'll get that. We have 6,000. You can't see it, but 6,000, 604,000. So we'll spend 120 here because we got 2 of these already. So what did you guys spend your event store loot on? I know we're talking last night about ship parts with Moose. You feel like you didn't get enough loot? How much did you get? I'm just curious. We did win the leaderboard a couple of days ago for the augment credits. So we got 30,000 from that. But that was the only thing we won, per se. So, okay, so we did new additions. Let's look at the officers. I wanted to tier up Marcus, so we're going to do 1 there, 5 there, and 2 of these. My cons daily pool is there? Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, this is the premium one. I'm glad they extended the timer because I was a day short because I purchased it a little late. Okay, so 3,600, 6,000, 12K, and 24K. Any guesses what we're going to get? Let's pull it and see. Yeah, I'm expecting to get that one too. Oh, we got 12,000. Must be because all of you are here. because when I pull it and I'm not streaming, I get the 3600. So thank you for being here. It must be all of your good juju. All right, I got this too. That's 1500. Okay, that's more like it. That's more like it. I do want to purchase the whatever the thing is for that. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, Officer Shard acquisition. Did we finish the event with Marcus? Yeah, so we finished that. We got 600 points right now. Let's go tier up Marcus. Okay. Can promote Marcus. We have enough of those Pioneer's Crest. Okay. Okay, we got tier 2 Marcus, which gives us 200% of the augment hostile drops for all of the different loot. So that's helpful. Much better than having any of the loot officers there, but it doesn't affect rep. So I don't want to call him out, but I thought he was very helpful and looking out for me, which is what alliance mates are supposed to do. So I'm taking it at that. So he says, Carol Marcus is better than 5. So I had 5 on the ship deck. And he was watching what I was doing in augment space. But I was grinding rep. And then Carol is only for loot. He says, oh yeah. But it's nice to have alliance mates that look out for you. And I appreciate that. So shout out to JC. Yeah. But if I was just getting the drops for the credits, then that makes more sense to have Carol on there. Stop stealing. I'm sorry, Jules Verne. I'm sorry. I'll do my best not to. It's good to see you. I know this is kind of going to be weird, but let's do one of the smartest people in STSC by far, and very, very good. There's no avatar, but we want to give a shout out to Jules Verne. You like weird. Jules, I gotta say, a lot of the things that I've done in the game is because of your positive influence, and I try to follow what you do. And it's improved my game. So thank you very much. I think it's just more of a thank you than anything else, for keep on doing what you're doing and analyzing everything. It's much appreciated, and I've gotten better because I just kind of listen to you. So let's see. What else do I need to do? So yeah, so we finished the battle pass, so we don't need to do this one today. We are not going after the XLB because it's too high for sure. Although having the officer recruit tokens is pretty nice. That's 400,000. Well, I think your style of play is very similar to mine's. So it's kind of it is following the analysis, but it's also kind of following some of the stuff you're doing. So I think both is helpful. Not 100% like anything else, but it's pretty similar to my style of play. So yeah, so we we did the first tier of Scotty. We don't have to worry about that. Today is the last day. If you're planning to go up to that, we have them unlocked, so we're not going to worry about that. Reliant events for today is just here. So you can do the rep and the credits. I wonder if I can get into top 10. Only 4 billion away. That's possible. That's possible as well. We might have to work on that a little bit more. And then Savick. So we unlocked, but not going to get far. I might do some mirror upgrades. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. We're all talking on TV voice tonight.
God, Iron Chef has a sexy voice too. God, I should just quit. I should just quit. I need to
Yes,
retire.
DJ, please quit.
Thank you, Frida Nukes. Artifact upgrade. Do I have any artifacts to upgrade?
Cottontail86 has rated in with 2 viewers. Mahalo for supporting our channel. Raiders, Akomomai, welcome into our stream.
Hi, Cottontail. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome into the stream, Raiders. I'm Dr. Iron Chef, and we do a little show called Later Tonight, which is really early today. We're actually just following on the Aloha Diz podcast and continuation of that. But thank you for raiding into our stream. Let's do a quick shout out for Cottontail. So, playing Star Trek Fleet Command. So, everyone in chat, if you can go and follow Cottontail, another Star Trek Fleet Command streamer. So, well, welcome in, and thanks for joining us on this very chill Sunday afternoon. Very chill as well. But I will go and make sure I'm following as well. But yeah, thanks for the raid and welcome in. We're just finishing up some Wrath of Khan ARC events on the last day of the ARC.
Cottontail86 is now following. Welcome to the ʻOhana.
Thank you for the follow as well. You're able to get your augment rep up to superior. Yeah, me too. I mean, that just happened last night. Which was the goal, was to get it done by the end of the arc. So we're able to do that. Oh, I have stuff to claim. I haven't done my dailies yet. Yeah, let's do all of these then. I wonder if I have enough for the double pull here. I do. I wasn't sure if we grinded enough, but I must have. Okay, that's all right. How am I prioritizing my hijack insignia? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. Do you have any tips? No, that's a great question. I haven't even really kind of explored that yet. Oh, am I getting audio? Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm getting audio from somewhere. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on that right now.
Hey there, Jules Verne. Wait, the Jules Verne. If so, color me starstruck. Your imagination and storytelling are legendary. If not, well, hi to the coolest person rocking that name. Either way, I'm excited to chat with you. What's on your mind today?
Thanks, Sharky. See, that was the perfect. That was a perfect message to Jules Verne. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. Good night, Free the Nukes. Good night. I wonder if I need to do some of these too. But I haven't even touched Joaquin. I need to claim all these. Sorry, I gotta do my dailies. Not my daily. I gotta do my claims. There's this one, and then this one. I don't need mirror credits. I used a lot of speed ups with yesterday's event. I do a full pull of this when I have the resources. This section, it takes a long time because I pull all the artifact stuff. Okay, so Jules Verne says you spend it on research. Khan's favor is the best one. Joachim. Is it Joaquin or Joachim? I don't know. Joachim, sourcing and or Fleet Commander Khan, unlock upgrade. Okay. Yeah, so we did purchase the unlock of Fleet Commander Khan, so we would do the upgrades for that. Hello, brother. Need something? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah, feed the dogs. Thank you, brother. Sorry. He's doing hand motions like, do we need to feed the dogs? Yes, we need to feed the dogs. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, son. I think that's it that we wanted to do. No, go ahead. If you gotta make noise, I think people understand. Dog food is noisy in the bowl. Joaquin. Okay. Yeah. That's why I thought Joaquin. Okay. Are you all doing arena still yet? I haven't played the last 2 weeks, but that's more because I was busy. I should maybe tomorrow, depending if we have time. Relativity. Okay, I'll come back and do that later. I usually pull all the other stuff, but You're seeing me do too many of the pulls right now. Okay, I'll come back and do this later on too. There's lots of things to pull. Oh, I have to do more of that one still yet. Oh, did it lock up on me? Shucks. It's this computer. It doesn't like this computer. And that's why we stream upstairs on the other computer in the Later Tonight studio. The Aloha Diz podcast studio, it doesn't quite like this computer. It never has. I'm pretty sure there's something installed on here that doesn't jive really well. But it's pretty much works fine upstairs. Can you hear the doggy eating? Okay, Archie, go outside. Oh, hello. Okay, go with brother. Go with brother. Just wanted a pet. Oh, lots of GG shards. Okay. Enterprise. Got 5 Q shards there. Sorry, I usually do these claims at night, but I must have missed it last night. Oh, it's 3:30. That's the one we locked up on. Okay. All right. I think we have a few more to pull, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, nice. You got a lot of stuff done there. Let's go and see if we can do anything for the... Is it the Reliant one? Yeah. We're at 16,926 Wrath credits or augment reputation. So let's change this out. Wait, not the ship. So yeah, so if we're grinding rep, we're not going to put Marcus on there. We'll put on our... Did I lose a preset? Oh, here it is. Oh, wait, I can put below decks back on. Okay, let's see. Beer. And where's the dock? Or should we put Quasi? Let's put Quasi on. All right, we'll try and grind some rep and see how much we can get in one run. And if it's worth it to grind some more. I forget. I've just been doing this for the other events. I haven't really checked the rep. I'll get about 76 million per hit. It might be worth it. We might be able to get into top 10. Okay, cue this up and then let's figure out what else to spend on. What have all you been buying in the event store? Because this is not one where I was like, oh, I really wanted that officer upgraded. Some months are like that. Oh, there's a Luke Goblin. You want a cheeseburger? A really good cheeseburger with the greasy kind your parents would barely afford? Hi, DJs. It's good to see you. I loved your streams yesterday and their video. And if you don't know Ultimate DJs, I mean, come on, everyone knows DJs. But if not, please follow him as well. But yeah, I hope you're having a good weekend. It seemed like you had a lot of fun last night. Studio B was, or Studio G was pumping. And you have an hour drive home. See, I always find that amazing because like an hour drive for us, without traffic, of course, traffic can be like an hour. You can pretty much go from one side of the island to another. Unless there's traffic, then you can go like 12 miles maybe. In an hour. So like a Five Guys cheeseburger, yeah, I mean, that's good unless you have peanut allergies. Then that's an issue with Five Guys. There's no In-N-Out burgers on the East Coast. That's our favorite, is In-N-Out burgers. We will make detours when we're in California just to get to an In-N-Out burger. But I'm not sure if there's any like different burger joints on the East Coast. We went to Steak and Shake last time we were in Florida. The milkshakes are really good. And all things, right? We go through the drive-through, and the guy who served us originally was from Hawaii. Wait, you never had In-N-Out Burger? Next time you go to the West Coast, get an In-N-Out Burger. It's an experience. And they have a secret menu there. So I recommend getting an In-N-Out Burger animal style because it has like the sauce and everything on there. I think the best thing about In-N-Out Burger is that, of course, they make the fries there. So they have like the potato fry machine where they just like it's like a crushing a soda can, but with the fry thing. So you put the potato in there, and then they're making the potatoes right in front of the fries, potato fries right in front of you. Yeah, the official menu is very limited, right? So it's like a cheeseburger, a double cheeseburger, a triple cheeseburger. But then the secret menu is kind of what makes it. And of course, the secret menu is not that secret because you can find it anywhere online. But you gotta try. You gotta try. If you really like cheeseburgers, which I really like cheeseburgers, then In-N-Out Burger is the thing. You know who likes cheeseburgers? Dr. Mom's. Dr. Mom's loves the cheeseburgers. So we go there. She requests us to get the In-N-Out Burger when we're there. They have some in Vegas too, I think. But since you're going to Comic-Con, I'm pretty sure there's an In-N-Out Burger in San Diego. There's got to be In-N-Out Burgers in San Diego. Please try one when you go out there. I think you'll enjoy it. They have good shakes as well, but really it's the fries and the burgers. And we usually go through the drive-through. You can eat there as well. We take the food back to the kids at the hotel if we go. Oh, bibimbap is much better than cheeseburgers. I mean, and it's healthier because it has the vegetables, if you like the vegetables, and the protein with the eggs. I like the this is different. I like the bibim kuksu. That's the one with like the noodles. So it's pretty much a bibimbap, but with noodles in there, and gochujang sauce and whatnot. I usually get the egg like sunny side up, so it's gooey into the whole thing with the rice. But the kuksu, a little bit spicier sometimes if you get the right one. I get it mild. So you're gonna turn around, go home and get the bibimbap. No, you must be super hungry, and it is what, like 10 something at night. So by the time you get home, it's going to be 11, and then you're going to be eating really late. So I'm oopsie. Cajun fries is good too. Double bacon cheeseburger all the way. Yeah. Chocolate caramel shake. Is that like your workout prep meal, Moopsie? You haven't eaten in hours. Whataburger. I've heard of Whataburger. I got your message, Moopsie, by the way, just to let you know. And Roger that. What we need to do something. I'll message you. We gotta confirm with Scripps. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, bacon double cheeseburger sounds good. Oh, we bought bagels. Moopsie, we bought bagels, and we have some steak and some cheese and some eggs. So guess what I'm having tomorrow morning? DJ's ordered double bacon cheeseburger all the way. Okay. But this whole weekend, we bought like we did an Instacart order for Sam's, and we bought a whole tray of hamburger patties. So one of the things when you come out here that you can eat for breakfast or you can eat for lunch or dinner is something called a loco moco. It's basically rice, hamburger patty, cooked however you want it. We usually do medium rare. 1 or 2 eggs on top, and then brown gravy. It's so yummy. It's called a loco moco. So I've had like about 3 of those this week. Dr. Mom put corn on there, which changed the texture pretty good. So she liked it like that. But yeah, loco moco is kind of like either a breakfast or a dinner kind of thing if you want to. You love musubi? What do you have like a favorite type of musubi, or do you just like it plain? You love the local moco, Jules Verne? You make it at home all the time? Yeah, it's so easy to make. I mean, in all serious, it's just a hamburger patty, egg, and gravy. We use mushroom gravy this time, but the beef gravy is also very good. So, the kids love it. I'm sure. I mean, it's just a simple kind of it's comfy food, right? It's just something that you know that we have, and we'll go and get it, but it's so much cheaper to make at home. You make your own sushi rice, use a wasabi and sriracha swap, and then the jalapeno spam. Oh, we have tried that. It's actually pretty good. There's the bacon spam and jalapeno spam. So, Moopsy's talking about musubis, and it's a big thing here is spam musubis. It's basically like rice, the nori, which is a seaweed, and then the spam kind of sliced thin and cooked. We like to cook it crispy, but some people just like it cooked. There might be like a soy sugar sauce sometimes, but basically we cook it in soy sauce and whatnot. It's very delicious and yummy. And that's something also that we try to make at home. Like brother, we have a spam slicer, so he'll slice the spam in the spam slicer, which is much easier than cutting it. And then he'll make. I think what he did, actually, now that I think about it, the last week of school, he made for all of his senior friends because they were graduating, and he wanted to do something special for them. So he made spam musubis for all of his friends who were seniors, and then some of his friends in 10th grade as well. But he made it kind of as a going away kind of thing for them the last week of school that they were there. So you slice it super thin. You saute in butter and extra. Yeah, I can see that. That actually sounds really good as well. Yeah, a brother is a chef in the family. He cooks way more than I do. Like last night, he took like some pork bones and threw in some vegetables and herbs, and then made his own like broth, like pork broth. And he was like, I just want to make it, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna use it for. I said, well, you could use it for like ramen. We call it saimen here, but like ramen noodles, and you could use the pork broth for that. I am going to steal some because what we're going to do tonight is we're going to make mabu tofu, which is basically, it's more like a Chinese kind of thing. It's kind of a spicy sauce with ground beef. So we're using some of the hamburger patties that we didn't finish up for the loco moco. Tofu, cut in cubes. And then we got the store-bought mabu tofu sauce. And we're just going to cook it up and put it over rice. So that'll be the thing that we eat for dinner. So I have to make that in, what time is it? It's like 4 o'clock, 4:30. Okay, maybe in like an hour I'll make dinner. But the rice is cooked already, so that's taken care of. We just gotta the beef is cooked, so we just gotta put everything together and cook it over the stove. Basically heat it up. I don't think it takes a lot to cook. You buy the fancy ketchup. Brendan's a robot. You like the spicy ketchup? Yeah, it's almost funny because I know that for our friends on the East Coast, and of course our UK friends have already departed and gone to sleep. but it's still afternoon for us. It's still there's a lot of stuff to do. I gotta do laundry. I gotta do laundry. All my shirts for this week. I gotta wash. We washed the pants last night. So, but the shirts we gotta wash today. And then we'll be set for the next 2 weeks. Do you guys do laundry every week? We do laundry like every 2 weeks. I remember like my mom, she seemed to have been doing laundry like every other day. But, and then we were doing like laundry once a week. Now it's every like 2 weeks, which probably means that we just bought too many clothes. And we have enough to last. You do your laundry every week? Yeah, I take that back. I usually do laundry every week. Dr. Mom does it every 2 weeks. So like my stuff is because I pretty much wear the same things. I'm very much a person that I have my Aloha shirts that I wear and I rotate them out. And then I wear the same style of slacks. So I have like 4 different pairs of slacks. Actually, and then one is different. So I have 5 for the week that, I can get through the week and, I don't have to worry. So that one, the slacks I have to wash every week. But as far as the shirts, I have enough for like 2 weeks. You just got back from doing laundry? Yeah. So as far as actually doing laundry, there has to be every week because otherwise I run out of slacks. Unless there's like a vacation or something like that, then I have other slacks I can use in between. But for the most part, there's a set of 5 that I have that's in the rotation. And then the Aloha shirts, I have probably at least 10, if not more. Lots of them Dr. Mom have picked out. So so this is part of the rotation. And then but Dr. Mom has enough clothes for like 2 weeks. So that's why I think she does laundry every 2 weeks. I do slacks every week and then, everything else every 2 weeks. Are you the only one who wears pants 2 days in a row? No, you're not. I'll admit. Sometimes it's just easier to do that. That's why all the pants are the same color. It's all black. They're all black slacks, and that just makes it easier. I don't have to take my wallet out; it stays in the pants. Don't have to take the belt and everything else, and it's taken care of. So, right? I mean, it's just easier. It's the Steve Jobs wears the same outfit every single day. I just don't wear black turtlenecks every day. I wear slacks every day. That's black. So, not in a row, but I'll wear 2 to 3 times before washing. They're not meant to be washed a lot. Yeah. You have the exact same color jeans. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because then it's just like that's how it is. Like it's the same thing. You don't have to worry about matching. Now, that was the thing. I used to have like blue slacks and gray slacks and black slacks, and it's like I gotta match things. It's like in the morning. Okay, this is how it is. I technically don't function until like 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't function well. So I try to tell people don't schedule meetings with me first thing in the morning because I am not woken up yet. I am just like here physically. I am trying to drink my coffee. But as far as making decisions or try to actually have a conversation that makes any sense, probably not going to happen until 10 o'clock in the morning. So to figure out clothes in the morning and to match them up, that's almost impossible. So it's like, I know the shirt matches with black pants perfectly fine. And don't have to worry about anything. Don't have to think. Get my stuff, grab my coffee, head out the door. And we're fine. We're fine. But when I was younger and you have to like figuring out what you're gonna wear, especially like when you have pleated pants. And it doesn't quite match sometimes with certain clothes, or like the gray slacks, especially the blue slacks. They don't match with certain shirts. So and if you gotta wear clothes like 2 days in a row, people don't know because you're always wearing the same thing, so they can't tell unless like for some reason they're watching your clothes very well, which they shouldn't, right? That's kind of weird. Uh, so you wear the same things, they don't notice. It's just like that's who you are, and it's perfectly fine. And then you move on with everything during the day. So I don't know. I'm just practical like that. I just can't. I don't go to work to look fancy. I just go to work to do the work. Is that bad? Is that bad? I'm just there to do work. I'm not there to win a fashion contest. Some people, you know, some people that's their thing, right? They dress up. They want to look like that. I am more practical, functional. Let's get the thing done. Let's get, we dress professionally. But I'm not going to worry about looking good every single day and looking different. So, sorry, mini rant or discussion or whatnot, but that's how we roll. That's how we roll. And that's how we get more stuff done because we're not wasting 10 minutes trying to figure out outfit. Every minute of the day is very important to get stuff done. So, but yeah, I'm supposed to be grinding stuff. Let's do.
Hey DJZ. Oh man, I just have to say I absolutely love Studio B. The vibes in there are just immaculate, like the perfect space for pure creativity and magic to happen. Seriously, it's like stepping into a world where bangers are just born effortlessly. Keep doing your thing because it's honestly inspiring.
Oh, that's very nice, Sharky. Dustin says, "How do you manage any emergency or a troubled teenager at 9:05?" Well, when I was a principal, I'm a recovering school principal. If you need to take action, then the adrenaline hits and you're good to go. so, so so that's that. But really, I don't function very well in the morning. Plus, I was younger. I think I think that's part of age. I am a recovering high school principal. I like to say, but I could do so many different things when I was in my 30s or my 20s, actually. Now it's kind of like, gotta warm up the diesel engine before you take off. So, being a school principal is, I like to say it's a young person's game because it really is. There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of crisis response. It's very very much difficult work. So I'm very glad to hand it off to other people that can do it. But yeah, I mean, like anything else, right? If there's an emergency situation, you can deal with it. Oh, you did miss a TTS. I don't know if I can replay it. Uh, it's going to be different.
Hey DJ. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you I absolutely love Studio B. It's just such an awesome space, the energy in there is unreal. You've really created something special with it. Keep rocking it, you're absolutely killing it.
I I think Sharky was a little bit more descriptive in the last one. Studio G is awesome, for sure. That's Sharky. He's we have commands in. So if you're here, hi. No, Scribbler, you are not the dumbest person in the world. You're very very smart. You're very very smart. So there's commands in the chat where it's I sent that one DJs, but if you do exclamation point Sharky and then you ask them a question or do something, you can have Sharky say stuff. So I just told Sharky to thank you for Studio B. I hope you're doing well, Scribbler.
Studio B is terrible, but Studio B is amazing. I highly recommend checking out my late night stream, where I eat honey and jiggle my belly back and forth to the music.
Thanks, Moopsy.
Hey Scribbler. Just wanted to say you are absolutely the best. And seriously, you're so super smart, it's inspiring. Keep being your amazing self, because you totally rock.
Yeah, we gotta get Avatar with just Pooh rocking out. Okay, what am I doing? Did I just die again? I think it locked up because we're stuck in warp again. You are awesome. I'm sorry about the weekend, but you're awesome, Scribbler, and we're very glad to have you in our lives. You make it better for all of us. And you are awesome. See, you're awesome. Everyone thinks you're awesome. Moopsy thinks you're awesome. DJs thinks you're awesome. Everybody. Okay, I'm gonna restart the game because the game is not responding. Let's start over. Okay, I wonder how many points we got off of that leaderboard. Oh, maybe I said too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Scripps. Just ignore I said I said that. Why is this spinning like this? Okay, it died because yeah, I'm sorry about that. We did have a good time playing I'm not sure what event that was in DC Dark Legion today. Was that the Deathstroke event? Although there's only 3 of us participating in that one. I ended up emptying the dishwasher like halfway through. I forgot about it. They are still cutting the grass next door. It's been like 2 hours cutting the grass. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was actually our side conversation, so I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. But thanks for being understanding. DA says they honored them for about 6 months. Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's also different times right now. So, so that's the hard part too. One country may, and then another country may not. Oh, Delta wouldn't accept it.
Siggy 1985 has just subscribed for 2 months. Mahalo for your support.
Hey, Siggy, thank you for resubbing. I do appreciate it. Hope you are well today and enjoying the last few hours of the Wrath of Konark. But appreciate you subbing. Awesome, Zero G's. You're quicker than me. Thank you for the shout out. You know, DJ says Delta shouldn't have cared at all. Yeah, I don't know how that works anymore. It wouldn't let you check in for the flight with the expired passport. Oh, I see. You're doing the online check-in. Oh, did it lock up again? It did lock up again. Okay, we'll do this one more time. You have to go to the airports, check in. Not that you, not that you would know anything about that. Well, you do a lot of traveling, huh, Moopsie? You had to fly once when you lost your wallet? Oh, that's crazy. Sorry you lost your wallet. That is a fear of mine. Losing a passport or losing my wallet when I travel. It's because you're a very, I guess, very much an international man of mystery. That's probably what it is. So they'll do all kinds of stuff for you. Thanks for the lurk, RSDJ. It's just kind of how the system works. Aren't you like super secret, like covert ops, or used to be, or still are maybe because you can't tell us? Okay, we will talk to you next time if anything happens. Okay. Let's see how much rep we have. Okay, we're in the top 10. Top 5 is 35 million. Boy, do we even want to try that? It's most of our alliance members too. It's only 2,500 difference. We'll stay in the top 10. I'm not gonna try for top 5. Oh, this is perfect, Jules. I know. I just made Superior last night. So if you have a secret, lay it on us because we love that kind of stuff. I've done the first one, I guess, but I haven't done any of them else. What's the secret, Jules Verne? Insignia turn-ins give you a lot of rep. Oh. 0 G's. Okay, let's look at the Augment Faction store according to Jules Verne. All right, so we're here in the Augment Faction store. There is Con Upgrade Bundle. Where is that exactly? Sorry, I was mentioning earlier that I needed a new prescription for my glasses because when I look at the monitor, it's blurry. Con Upgrade, here it is. All right. Is this it? The augment points? Okay. Yeah, we only did like one today, so we have to do a lot more. But I'm guessing that once you turn in a whole bunch of them, because there's a slider, let's say you turn in 50 of them, which is only 12,000. 50 times 50,000 is a whole lot. What is that, 2 million? $2.5. How many champions? Yeah, like I said, I just did this one this morning or today. I haven't done much. Zero G says it can run 27. Should get on that by that yourself. Let's see, where's my champion trophies? Wait, did I want to push that? I didn't want to push that. Oh well, that's okay. I have 157,000 of the Champions Trophy. You can't see it on screen, but it's behind the logo. 157,000. Is that a lot? I have no idea. Is that a lot or is it like normal? You ran a ton last night in the pool. Okay, so again, this is all new because I just went to Superior last night, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way of doing it. So this is great, Jules. I do appreciate it. You can get 13. Did you do that in your head? You probably did that in your head, didn't you? I can get. Okay, so there's like different levels of champions. Which one should I be pulling? Should I be pulling them all? That's the question I have. Or should I be pulling level 5? Claim the Warlord. What is it? Only Warlord. Okay. That's Nightmare. Right, that's 5. This is Warlord. Okay, so 4. Just claim 4. Again, I'm sorry. Okay. See, I'm in my gaming chair, which has a recliner. And this is why Sharky is very important. Because I can recline in the chair. I'm going to have to sit up and actually look at it because I can't see the thing. Okay, so Warlord is here. So just claim the Warlord once. Okay. I can do that. Good. Sorry, I pulled the other one really quickly, so I'm going to have to do that. Okay, so that's 4,000. Of course, the other one's like 1,000, right? Wait, crew with Martok, Lorca, and Kirk? Sorry, I have a PvP crew on there. Oh yeah. I'm just being lazy. I didn't switch out the crew. Okay, so Martok, Lorca, and Kirk. Okay. At least I beat it, so I don't feel too bad. So Martok as captain. Okay. Who should I put on? They are still cutting the grass. Okay, make sure to claim your mission rewards before attempting to purchase another mission in the faction store. If you deviate, there is a bug that will get you stuck until CS fixes for you. Okay, so I claimed it, right? I claimed the mission rewards already? Or no? Okay. Pick you, Olo, Pelia, and stats. Okay. I'm going to save this into one of the officer preset slots. I guess. Okay. Because we just got a new one. Okay. Okay, so we should be set, right? I claimed it, I did it, and then I have to do another one, right? So just the Warlord. I think that's right. Boy, the scrolling is not helping my headache. I gotta do this 17 more times? I guess so. Okay. Okay, let's see how good this crew is. Because I barely made it last time. Oh, see, that's a whole lot better. That's a whole lot better. 4,000. All right. So that's what you mean by claiming. I need to claim it like that before I do the next one. Jules, this is so helpful. I haven't had the time to figure out everything myself, so you don't need me to prepare. Okay. No, this is super helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I've been slow rolling this whole thing. So I was trying to figure out last night on screen. I'm like, I'm sure there's something here that I'm missing. I don't want to do anything, so that's why I didn't do anything with the champions. So this is really good. Okay, that's 2. Let me send out my Reliant so I can get some more of the champions trophies. Nightmare requires a tier 13 plus G6 epic to defeat. Oh. Oh, is that what it is? What happens if you can't defeat it? It just is stuck there until you actually can get a ship to defeat it? Is that what it is? You have a tier 11 G6 epic and not even close to defeating the nightmare level. Oh, okay. Okay. When did you go to 70? Just curious. Oh, okay. I must have missed that. Yeah, I'm looking for a good officer to go to 70. We should have enough to go to 70 from 66. But you're right, DJ. This is a really good design. It's something, but it's still simple. You have to do something, but it's still simple. Yeah, I've been at 66 for almost a year. And it's because of arenas. I mean, I've just been stuck here so I can do well in arenas. But it's time to move up. I've just been waiting for the right officer. We haven't had a mining officer in quite a while, so I'm not sure if that's coming. But it might be like I need to move up within the next couple months. So regardless of what's out there, I might just pull the trigger. the favors was mentioning earlier in the stream was the favors that have come up with the
MJ
faction
underscore
has
hat
been
is now
very helpful.
following. Welcome to the ʻOhana.
Thank you, MJ Hat, for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome into the ʻOhana. We usually ask people like what ops there are and what part of the world they're coming to us from, if you're willing, even what server you're on. But thanks. I'm sorry, we're in an ad break right now. I didn't even check that. But thanks for following. Lord 17 said, "I'm just making a jump into 40. I hear it's a new game from the 30s. Yeah, it's kind of a new game. There's all kinds of different things you can do, especially with the specialty ships. So, Ops 53, Server 36. Oh, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. We're just Jules is giving like a master class again on champion trophies and insignia. Master class. Okay. Yeah, but the favors with the Sigma Station Reserve, we've maxed it out. That's 350, which is huge. Ship parts is at 35. I'm sorry, 35. 3 out of 5. So the strategy that we use with ships since the jelly loop from G4 is real simple. We try to max out the efficiencies for parts and for resources, and we try to balance the whole material spend, because once we get into G7, if we don't max out the efficiencies on the ship parts, it'll allow us to do the spend events for materials, for the leaderboard, or also just for the SMS for officers. So we try to hold back on material efficiencies. We sometimes have to do them because they're, especially with the research, you have to unlock them to get the ship parts efficiency or the resource efficiencies. But for that, we won't max out the materials efficiencies. We will do that probably for the station, because station is limited, right? You're going to go up from here to 70, and it's kind of limited. Who knows what the efficiencies will be for G7? But as far as parts and ship parts and resources, maxed out. Materials, and it's kind of in between. And that's why we're able to do well with going from G5 through G5 with events, the SMSs, and then also for G6. That's why we can get the officers. Maybe not compete in the leaderboards as much as we were in G4, but we can still every week or every month, I guess, we can get some shards for the officers, because we're using ships to upgrade and not maxing out their efficiencies for materials. You know, so I heard people were like doing 8 ships for material spend. We only use like 2 because our efficiencies aren't very high for materials. It's just we've been doing that since Jelly. We actually held back on Jelly just so it's kind of like just enough to scrap it, but not get too much material efficiencies out of it, and just keep the thing so we could upgrade it. That's how we won a lot of leaderboards in G4 land. And then we just kind of kept that same model where we're not maxing the efficiencies for ship materials. So, yeah, masterclass. Jules Verne's masterclass. Strange Tamer said, went to Ops 56 today and built a T7 Sanctus. Oh, and a T11 Cube. What a difference. Yeah, it's a huge difference, right? Once you get that rare ship, especially the Sanctus is really good, I think. But it does help you get your board cube up. And it's a big difference from the uncommons. The uncommons are a little squishy for G5. We skipped the uncommons. We went straight from the epics, G4 epics to we skipped the rares too. Now that I think about it, we went straight from the G4 epic to the G5 epic. So no issues with the G5 soloists. Oh, awesome! Yeah, that's I'm sure the Sanctus helps. Yeah, and I agree with Zero G's. We're very thankful to Jules Verne for all of his information. What was I doing down here? Okay, I don't know how we've done. Is that 4? Have we even done 4 of these? Jules is the GOAT. You know, for someone that has MJ in their name, I think that's very appropriate. Did you guys hear this whole conversation about ring culture from LeBron James? I'm not sure if you have. I think he mentioned on his podcast that there's this whole thing around ring culture and it wasn't necessarily healthy and everything else. And I have opinions on that. I mean, I can see, well, maybe I shouldn't say too much, but, you know, he has 4 rings. Kobe has 5. Steph Curry has 4. Magic Johnson has 5. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 6. Does he have 6? I can't remember. So, thank you, DJs. So I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. Thank you, Broken Wolf. Hi, Laura Scaron. You only have 1 ring? That's 1 ring more than most of us. There can only be 1. No, I mean, it's no surprise. I grew up when Michael Jordan was playing. You know, I mean, playing at some of the highest levels we've ever seen in the history of sports. And he did win 6 rings, three back to back twice. Never lost in the finals. Scoring champion 10 times. Defensive player of the year. All defensive team multiple times. All star multiple times. Highest per game average on, scoring. Yeah, I think averages matter. It's not everything, but I think I think winning rings and doing well individually is important for the GOAT debate. So, yeah, I heard Kevin Durant is heading to Houston. The funniest thing I saw is that at one time or another, over the course of the last, 10 years or so, all of the Oklahoma City Stars, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, have ended up in Houston. So I thought it was pretty funny. Not at the same time, of course, all of them, but Oklahoma City, when they went to the finals, had a really good team. Just didn't know how to utilize all that offensive firepower. Um, and then, of course, traded James Harden to Houston. But the fact remains that it is pretty exciting that they have now one of the greatest scorers of all time. Pretty good defensive player as well. They did give up 2 wing players for Durant, guards. So it'll be interesting to see who they put into the starting lineup. I'm not a big Dylan Brooks fan in terms of how he plays, but he's a good player. They have a young prospect now in Phoenix that could probably help them out, although kind of disappeared in the playoffs last year. Yeah. So Jalen Green is good but not clutch, and he could be. I mean, it could just be that they're very young. This Houston team was like one of the youngest teams, and they finished at the 2 seed. So having a veteran presence, I think, is important because Durant knows how to win championships. He's been there. I think that they their efficiencies were really low. So when you look at their true shooting percentage of their top 2 players, it could be a whole lot better. So they can become more efficient with Durant in the lineup. Green wasn't as efficient. So it wasn't just being clutch. It's just the efficiencies, even though he scored very well and seemed like they were doing well. When you look at the efficiencies of the true shooting percentage was kind of, just average. And that's hard when you have your number one option being just average. You really need them to be more potent than that. So Durant can bring that. And he can be the undisputed leader of the team, which sometimes he doesn't want to be. But I think in this case, there's such a big gap in terms of the experience level that he can help out a lot. So it'll be very cool to see how they do it. They have a very good coach, and I just say coaching person. Personal life is a little different, it seems. But as far as a coach, he knows his X's and O's. Is very good as a general manager as well. So obviously, he probably had some input in getting Durant there. It's kind of, he has a few more good years. He's seems to be fully recovered from the injuries he had before. Can he make a contribution? Yeah, I think he can make a contribution to their team. Defense, they have some defensive stoppers there in Houston that can really fill in the gaps. It is going to come down to their bench players, their 6 and 7 slots, one of them is going to move up, right? And then their 8 and 9 slots, the younger rookies, they're really going to have to step up unless they get someone else to come to the team, which is always possible as well. Amin Thompson is really good. Fundamentals are really good. Has a brother too, right? That plays for Detroit. So yeah, I think they can do really well as a as a squad. Yeah, twin brother. Yeah. So both of them, I think, are really good. They are future stars. You saw a little bit about in the playoffs, and I think that's why they made the playoffs. Sengun, that's the thing, right? I think if he has someone like Durant there, it will actually make his scoring a little bit easier because when you look at his true shooting percentage too, for someone who's around the rim, you think he'd be a little bit higher, but it's still kind of in the it's still kind of average for a center, and I think Durant will help him with that as well. I think it was also very good that Golden State did not get him Durant during the trade deadline. Part of it is he just didn't want to be there, but I don't know. He just didn't seem happy when he was in the Bay Area. I don't know what it is. He did really well. I'm very glad that they won championships. I do like Steve Kerr because he was on the Chicago Bulls when Michael Jordan used to play. So I like the coaching. I understand the coaching style, the motion offense, and some of the triangle. But for some reason, when Durant was there, they did a lot more isolation, which is not part of their offense. But he can score from anywhere, that he wants. So that's what they needed to win the championships. I'm glad that he was part of the team, but he just didn't seem to fit or wasn't comfortable or whatnot. What you hope now is that once this domino has fallen, then the next person you have to look at is Ante. I can never say his name. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I missed it. Did it? I can say it in my head. I can't say it anywhere. So from the Bucks, whether or not he leaves now is a big thing. Will the Spurs take him? Will New York take him? I think the Heat is looking at him, or does he have a good enough relationship with Steph Curry that he'll force a trade to Golden State? And that, I think, is the biggest question, because supposedly that's a possibility. Like, they are super tight. He was invited to one of their Warriors only parties during the All-Star break last February. Is there enough of relationship there? He's I think he does a lot of stuff with Google, which of course is in the Bay Area as well. Is there enough there to have him move from the Bucks, force a trade, because he would have to force a trade because there's 2 years left on his contract, to get to Golden State? I think that would be an awesome destination for him. I think if they can somehow figure out a way to trade Kuminga, who hasn't really done well at Golden State, and move him in a package. And if you got to throw in Podemski and some of the other players as well to make the numbers work, Buddy Hield and everything else for Antetokounmpo, then can you imagine? Even if they can figure out a way to pull it off, have Butler there, have Steph Curry, have Green and Giannis, then they could win it all. I'm not sure if that's possible, but it's a dream. It's a hope in Golden State. So they're talking about Rockets for him too. You would have to give up too much, yes. They're talking about, of all things, Oklahoma City also for Giannis. I keep on saying Giannis, but it's Giannis. He didn't like how management... that's what they said. I I get the feeling, and I know it's hard to tell. I think there was just something with Steve Kerr and Durant. I'm not sure what it is. Kerr is very old school, um, and whatnot, but it seems like it wasn't necessarily management. It was actually the coach. I could be wrong there, but Kerr is a different. You know, he's old school. He knows his stuff. Very successful. So so I don't know. That's what he says, and maybe so. Like, let us just handle it as men and figure it out. But that could be it too. But it just seemed like there was something not there with Kerr, Coach Kerr, and who knows? This is a guy that his dad died in Beirut when he was president of the American University. He's been through wars on the basketball court. He knows his stuff. Very humble in terms of when he talks about who he is as a coach. Very much a political activist as well, and very supportive of players and a lot of social justice causes. I don't know. There did seem to be something with him and Durant, and who knows what it was. Durant is a different type of animal. He has burner accounts. He takes people on social media, which is kind of hilarious. But that's just one of those things. And I'm sorry, I'm just talking a lot about basketball because that's my jam. So, but it would be interesting to see where Giannis ends up. I think the Spurs is the most likely place. They have young talent. You put them with Wemby. You have Castle and some other players that are there. The rookie of the year, right? Isn't he the rookie of the year? The guy they picked up. So, and you have and the thing is, but you also have a new coach, so who knows how that goes. But yeah, those are all things to consider. I apologize. I'm not even paying attention to the game right now. Where are we with this? Oh, I can claim this as well. But yeah, I think the Rockets will be really good. I think Oklahoma City will be very good again next year, whether they win or not. I think they probably have Pacers have been playing out of their mind. Okay, well, I think it's time to make dinner. We're gonna make some, again, mapo tofu. So I have to get all that stuff ready. But thanks for hanging out. I see our friend Ava Damasco is on, playing Star Trek Fleet Command. Very special music teacher. And so we want to raid into her, I think. So we'll start the raid. Thank you very much for being here. We went longer than we had planned to, but it's been very fun hanging out with all of you. Jules, thank you for your help. Zero, thanks for modding. I appreciate it. Loris Karen is here. DJs, thank you for stopping by. MJ Hat, recently, Strange Gamer, and everyone else who's been here. I hope I don't miss anybody who's still hanging out here. But thank you all for joining us. We're going to raid out to Adva. And please say hi to her. And if you're not following her, make sure you follow her. She's one of our next gen content creators. And we'll see how she's doing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Zero. Thanks for helping us out too. We'll raid into her. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you real soon. Ahuiho.